The Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras says negotiations with the eurozone were at a crucial stage, but that he was hopeful difficulties between the two could be overcome. Athens faces an ultimatum to agree to a 6-month extension on its international bailout package, despite rejecting the proposal earlier this week. But the new leftist government says it is winning wide support for an end to these strict austerity measures that come with the deal. Now, since austerity was first introduced back in 2010, Greece has been forced to lay off thousands of government employees. They've had to freeze or even cut salaries, cut welfare and increase taxes. That's left Greece with 26% unemployment. That's the highest in the EU. Now, the Greek government says austerity has not worked. They are stifling Greece's economy, preventing it from growing at all. And it wants to be able to spend more to stimulate the economy. But the EU finance ministers are reluctant. They say Greece has been living beyond its means for too long. And if they let Greece keep spending money it doesn't have, it'll set a dangerous precedent that could see other countries try to do the same thing. Now, Greece owes 323 billion euros. That's around $470 billion. The majority of that debt is owed to the eurozone. That's around 60%. The current bailout will expire at the end of this month, and if a new deal is not struck, Greece will lose access to the remaining $10.5 billion of its current bailout. That means it probably won't be able to make debt repayments in March. That means it could run out of money and even be forced out of the eurozone. Well, Dr. Gregory Papanikos is the president of the Athens Institute for Education and Research, and he joins us this evening from Athens. Really good to talk to you tonight. Now, we're seeing just moments ago the Prime Minister saying that they are hopeful of striking some deal, but still very strongly opposed to this austerity approach. Do you think they are going to have any luck on an end to austerity?
No, actually, to clarify the terms, good evening, first of all. It's good morning in Athens, but anyway, good evening in Australia. Now, the thing is that about austerity measures, because I think we should clarify the term. Austerity measure means that we balance the budget. Actually, the left government, that is a coalition with a far-right party, does not say that they're not going to follow austerity measures. They're going to keep the balanced budget. And actually, they're going to have a primary surplus. So this wording about austerity measures, I think, misdirects the discussion. Now, about if they're going to get what they want. Actually, what they want is to have more money to spend. And nobody's willing to lend them more money. It has nothing to do with the bailout program. The bailout program was signed in Greece in 2010, and rightly so, because we cannot go to the market and borrow money. Now, if this continues, if we can still get money from the eurozone partners, then this is a good story, but nobody believes it.
Yes, there's almost... Do you think there is a naivety in which the new government has started making these demands and wants these changes, all this extra money?
Actually, it's 70-30. I should use that percent. It's 70-30. 70, I think it's amateur. And 30, there is a pecuniary incentive there among the party members that they think that there is some skepticism whether some people in the party, they want Greece to stay in the eurozone. So even though it's a very small minority, but it's a very vocal minority. And I'm really scared because what they're trying to do right now is to create an animosity among Greek people on nationalistic terms and not on economic terms. So they can turn around that Greeks support, 80% of the Greeks support Greece to stay in the eurozone. But if they create the right environment, quotation marks, then what's going to happen is that most Greeks, they get against Germans, because that's what they promote here, and finally say, let's get out of the eurozone.
Now, in terms of the prognosis of growth versus austerity, though, there is an argument for that because it doesn't seem as if Greece has been able to work itself out into any form of growth.
Why? Because even the current government says, on the 16th of February, that there was the Eurogroup meeting, the finance minister, Mr. Varoufakis, he said that Greece achieved economic growth in 2014. It's in his writings. Now they're available in Greek, it's in English. You can see it. So he says it was a great success. If we achieved growth of 1.something% in 2014, why we cannot achieve growth in 2015?
Now, let's talk a little bit about Yanis Varoufakis, because he has been a bit of a sort of almost a rock star on the scene. He's been, wheeling and dealing with the eurozone partners. Do you think he's got the experience required?
Now I should be very careful how I talk about him because he's Australian.
Exactly.
Now, I mean, I think I visited Australia in 1999 as a member of the Greek member of the Olympic Committee, and I went to some bars in Sydney. He's good going to bars. I mean, he has the style to go there, and but I think he doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the experience as a policymaker. He doesn't have the experience as a negotiator. And I think his style does not help him.
Interesting. Yes or no, will they accept the deal?
What, we mean the eurozone partners?
Yes. No. Will Greece finally agree to continue with the eurozone deal?
Do they have any other choice?
Yes.
I mean, is this an argument that says, for example, that the Greek people voted not to pay money to Germans? I mean, the Germans should vote and say, Greeks do not have to pay money.
Indeed.
Because they are the creditors. They are the creditors.
Yeah, indeed. It's the German taxpayer and the rest of Europe as well. Great to get your perspective. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.